Today we are going to review how we determine if a relationship is proportional or not proportional. The goal is we want to determine if a relationship is proportional or not proportional from a table, from looking at a graph, from looking at an equation, and also from a real-life situation. So let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, what is a proportion? We used proportions a lot last year in 7th grade. A proportion is when you have two equal ratios. Can you think of two ratios or two fractions that are equal? An easy example would be something like this. 1/2 equals 2/4. There's a lot of ways we could write fractions that are equal to 1/2. Writing two of them equal to each other is called a proportion. We also know it could be 3/6 or 4/8. I could keep going. So keeping that in mind, what a proportion is of equal ratios, in terms of a linear situation or a linear relationship, things are proportional. First of all, if you look at a table, when you divide the y and the x values by each other and you make all those ratios, they should all be equal. So in this first example, comparing number of trees to number of apples, if I take the y values, apples, divided by the tree values, the x's, I should always get the same number. So if I take 26 divided by 2, I get 13. Let's see if I get 13 dividing the other numbers. 39 divided by 3, yep, that's 13. 78 divided by 6, it's also 13, and so on. So a table is proportional if you can take the y divided by the x values and get the same number every single time. In a graph, it will be proportional if you see it two things. Number one, a straight line, and number two, it passes through the origin. If you plot all these type of points onto a graph, it will always look like a straight line going through the origin if those y divided by x values are always constant. So looking at this graph here, I do have a straight line. It is going through the origin, so this is proportional. Lastly, when you look at an equation, it will be proportional if it's only in the form y equals mx. The b value, or the y-intercept, is 0. Because, remember, it has to be a straight line going through the origin. This is my y-axis, so the y-intercept is 0. Notice all of these have a y-intercept of 0. So, a table, y divided by x is the same. In a graph, a straight line passing through the origin. And an equation, if it's in the form y equals something times x, and there's no number on the end, all of those things will represent proportional relationships. So the opposite of that would be non-proportional. Non-proportional, when you take y divided by x in your table, it will not be the same. So for instance, looking at this table here, 9 divided by 3 is 3, but if I look at this x and y value and take y divided by x, 12 divided by 6 is 2. So this is not proportional. This graph here is a straight line, but it is not passing through the origin, so that's not proportional. This graph here is a curve, so that is non-proportional. These equations all have y-intercepts that are not 0, so that means it would not be a straight line going through the origin because the y-intercept is occurring somewhere else. So equations that are in the form y equals mx plus b, where b is not 0, those would be not proportional. So let's look at examples of each of these and see if you can identify them. So the very first thing that we have here is a table. I want to determine if it's proportional or not. So I'm going to see if those ratios are all the same when I take y divided by x. So if you do like 10 divided by 2, 15 divided by 3, 20 divided by 4, 25 divided by 5, and 30 by 6. Do you get the same number every time? What is that number? The answer should be yes, and the number is 5. So the answer to this, is this table proportional? Yes, it is. Y divided by x is constant. Let's look at another example. I have 4 tables here, and we're trying to determine which of these tables represents the proportional relationship that Pracert is earning $9 an hour. So I'm going to take the y divided by x and see if I get the same number every time. You may be asking, there are no x and y values. Well, we can let the hours be x and the earnings be y for all of these tables. And let's see if we get the same thing. So if you look at table A, if you take y divided by x, like 36 divided by 4, 54 divided by 6, 72 divided by 8, all of those are going to give you 9. So this one does represent that $9 an hour, and so the answer would be A. If we look at the other ones to see if they may work, I can see a few places where each of them fails. For instance, if I take 45 divided by 6, I do not get 9. If I take 27 divided by 4, I do not get 9. If I take 54 divided by 4, I do not get 9. This one fails also. This one fails here. So the answer would be only A. A represents a proportional relationship. Now let's move on away from tables and let's look at graphs. In looking at this graph right here, is it proportional? How do we know? Well, remember, two things have to happen. It has to be a straight line going through the origin. So is this a straight line passing through the origin? It is. So your answer is yes, it is proportional, and your reason would be those two things. It's a straight line passing through the origin. Let's look at these graphs. Let's figure out, in this case, says which one is non-proportional. So again, if it's proportional, it's a straight line passing through the origin. So looking at letter A, this is a straight line and it's passing through the origin. So this one is proportional. How about letter B? Is that non-proportional? The answer would be yes, this is non-proportional. And the reason is, it is not a straight line, it's curved. Now letter C is a straight line. Is that proportional? The answer should be no, it is non-proportional because it is not passing through the origin. All right, let's move away from graphs and let's move on to looking at an equation and deciding if it's proportional or non-proportional. So remember, equations need to be in the form y equals something times x. Your y-intercept here on the end, the b value, needs to be 0. So slope is m, y-intercept is b. Let's see if we can pick those pieces out of the equation and then determine if it is proportional or non-proportional. Remember, slope is the number in front of x. The y-intercept is the number that's on the end. So my first equation, my slope is 3. I don't have a number on the end, so it's 0. We don't say it's nothing. We say it's actually 0. So is that proportional? The answer should be yes, this is proportional. It's in the form y equals mx. So proportional is y equals mx. Non-proportional, y equals mx plus b. The next one, my slope is 2. My y-intercept's -1. Because my y-intercept is not 0, it is non-proportional. The next one, my slope is 0.5. My y-intercept is 2. Again, if my y-intercept is not 0, it's not proportional. See if you can determine if the last two are proportional or not proportional. Hit pause and then hit play when you are ready. Alright, so let's look at your answers. One thing I want to point out is the slope here is 1. If there's not a number in front of x, it means there's a 1 there. My y-intercept is -7. And so this is not proportional because my y-intercept is not 0. In the next line, my slope is -4, my y-intercept is 0, and that is proportional. Again, it's in the form y equals something times x. I don't have a y-intercept number on the end. My y-intercept is 0, so it is proportional. The last thing we're going to look at is how do we determine when we're given a real-life situation if it is proportional or non-proportional. So if you remember, slope is the same thing as a rate. Rates are things like miles per hour, feet per minute, pages per day. Usually rates use the word per. The y-intercept is an initial value, like a starting point. Often it's a one-time fee, a one-time occurrence. Remember that if something is proportional, the y-intercept needs to be 0 because it would be a graph that goes through the origin. if it's non-proportional, then I'm going to have a value or an initial starting point. Let's look at each of these scenarios and see if we can decipher this. So my first example is we're renting bowling shoes for $4 and then we're paying $6 per game. Let's see if we can pick out each of the different pieces. So to get started, let's see if we can pick out the slope. The slope is your rate. So what is the rate? The rate is $6 per game. Now let's look at the y-intercept values, or the initial value of the one-time fee. We do have a one-time fee. We're going to rent bowling shoes. We're only going to pay that fee one time no matter how many games that we play. So if I go to determine if it's proportional or not proportional, because my y-intercept is 4 and not 0, this would be not proportional. My equation would be in y equals mx plus b form, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. I'd have y equals 6x plus 4. Now take a minute and hit pause and hit play when you're ready on the next problem. My next scenario says we're paying $8 a month for Disney Plus. If you thought that the slope is 8 and that there isn't an initial value or a one-time fee for that, then you're correct. So is that proportional or not proportional? Well, because the y-intercept is 0, that is going to be proportional. And my equation will just be y equals 8 times x. My next problem is similar. It says that we're paying $40 a month for cell phone service. So that's just plain old. We're looking at $40 per month. I don't have any one-time fee. They didn't say a one-time fee of $100 or anything like that. So my y-intercept is going to be just 0. So is that proportional or not proportional? If you said proportional, then you are right. And my equation will be y equals 40x. $40 a month times the number of months. Finally, my last example. I'm paying $12 for admission and then $1.50 per ride. Which of those numbers is your slope or your rate? If you said $1.50 per ride, then you were right. Sorry, I didn't mean to draw a line through that. I meant to highlight. Let me go back to my highlighter tool. So that is your slope. And then the one-time fee is the $12 to get in. You only pay that one time. The rides are what's going to change depending on how many rides that you do. So is that proportional or non-proportional? If you said not proportional, then you are right. And that's because my y-intercept, my initial value, is not 0. It is 12. My equation would be y equals 1.50x plus 12. Remember, the slope is your m, and that is your rate. The y-intercept is your b, and that is your one-time fee. So those are all different examples of proportional and not proportional relationships. I hope that helps you to determine the difference of them, whether you're looking at it in a table, an equation, a graph, or a real-life situation.